Alright, hello to my fellow H.O. slot car racing fans. This is Mark over at West Coast Slot Cars in Los Angeles. And I'm bringing you this video today to demonstrate some of the cars that we run in our club. When I started the club, we sought out to get the bodies in the same lane colors. And we run the standard lane colors, red, white, blue, and yellow. So I searched high and low for body styles that came in red, white, blue, and yellow. So over the years, we've managed to come up with more than a few sets from different manufacturers. So we're going to show you what we've got and what we race in our club. All right, without further ado, we are going to start with the Tyco lineup. All right, these are the Tyco cars. These are the Tyco Lamborghini. This is a 440 X2 narrow chassis. And they are some of the most awesome. They're the fastest cars that you can get and build in the Tycos. They are awesome. The body styles are awesome, very low and aerodynamic, the Lamborghinis. And the same chassis will also fit under the F1 cars. Now keep in mind, these are track cars. They get pretty banged up. You're gonna break things. The tails do bend. You get these little stress marks on the tails. Some people like to cut them off, but I like to keep them looking stock, and I do have extras, so if one gets broken, I'm not going to be terribly upset. But the F1 bodies are definitely a little bit more fragile, and you want to be careful if you're racing the F1 bodies on these type of cars. They're so fast. Alright, so again, Tyco 440 X2 narrow chassis. Moving on to my next set, I'm going to bring in the Zr1 Corvettes. Alright, again, these are the Tyco narrow chassis. Got to have them in the lane colors, red, white, blue, and yellow. Alright, Tyco narrow chassis again. And some of these were originally the black, and the white one actually had stripes on them. And number 3 on the yellow one and the white one, but a red stripe on the white one and a black stripe on the yellow one. I just took some denatured alcohol and a cloth and a little cotton swab to get in the little areas to get the paint off, and they represent great lane colors. The red one here was the Zr1 was a Toys R Us exclusive, and the Grand Sport Corvette actually was done by Mattel right after they took over from Tyco. So again, if you don't know the story about that, that's another video I'll have to make. But at the end of the Tyco years, basically Mattel bought them out, and Mattel still produced slot cars, so they produced the Grand Sport Corvette. Again, great representation of your lane colors, red, white, blue, and yellow. Alright, next we're gonna come into, oh, we gotta do the wide body chassis. Okay, these are the Tyco 440 X2 wide chassis. These will fit under your NASCARs as well, but again, you have to move the axle to the front position. This is the short position, or with the axle in closest and the axle in the wheel position. And great cars, they come in red, white, blue, and yellow. You know, those have the same numbers, no big deal as long as they're the same color lanes. I could care less, but nevertheless they represent the lane colors, red, white, blue, and yellow. Fun cars to run. They also have light wells if you want to add a light bulb to those. Alright, last but not least, I'm going to bring in the 1998 Corvettes, later model, and these were bodies all done by Mattel. You can find them on the internet, as that goes for the other bodies as well. They were all found on the internet. If you can do some searching, I'm sure you'll find them, and if I can find them, you could find them. Alright, so this is the 440 X2 chassis in the, well, with the long wheelbase. So this wheelbase, the chassis will also fit under the Tyco NAS trucks and also the Vipers. Vipers have wide mirrors. These are a little bit more aerodynamic. I went ahead and put some nice stickers on them just to give them a little bit more character, but they run great. Alright, I think that's the end of our Tyco lineup. Next, we are gonna do, let's go to Lifelike. Alright, moving on to Lifelike. Alright, here we go, Lifelike. These are interesting. Alright, these are Lifelike, the NASCAR Ford. I believe these are the Ford NASCARs in the Lifelike sets. Most of these I get from auctions. The tails are chipped or broken off, so what I'll basically just go ahead and do is I'll trim the rest of the tail off. Tails are fragile. It's still a good body, and they run very well. What I went ahead and did was I put a red dot on this one. That's for the red lane. They don't have an all-white car, so I put a white dot on this one, and that represents the lane color. So as long as it has mostly the color of this one, they don't have a yellow one in this body style, so I went ahead again and put a yellow dot on that one. So these are your lifelike chassis. Great running cars. They're bulletproof once the tail comes off. I even painted the rims on that one to give it some more character. Alright, those are great running cars. Alright, we're going to move over to another set of lifelike cars. Alright, these are definitely more recent. These cars were produced by my buddy Terry Flynn over at Hardin Creek Slot Cars. You can find him on the internet. You can find these cars. He sells all 4 of the lane colors. They're already done. They do come plain, but I went ahead and did some experimental decaling with a clear coat just to give them a little bit more character. That's the nicest one. That one turned out really well. So they come in the 4 colors. This is the plain Jane car. This is actually how they come, so you get the idea. I mean, you can just run them like that, but if you want to give them a little bit more character, you can go ahead and find some decals, put them on there, and give them a nice shot of clear coat. These are the Oldsmobile. He acquired the molds and he repopped the old Oldsmobiles, which are nice cars. On the lifelikes, they have the very fragile tails. It seems like these are a little bit more beefy. I'm not sure. I haven't banged them up too much, but time will tell. And these are the ones that actually break off, or they did break off. I have a lot of cars with those broken off. All right, so see my buddy Terry Flynn over at Hardin Creek Slot Cars, and he'll set you up with a set of those. All right, now we got to move on to AFX. All right, here is my AFX set, and these are the AFX Srt Cars. SRT stands for Super Racing Turbo. Pretty available out there, although the yellow one's getting a little bit harder to find. You can find them. SRT stands for Super Racing Turbo. They have the neodymium magnets, bulletproof bodies, red, white, blue, and yellow. Just put your chassis under it and put them on the track, and off they go. Pretty easy to differentiate your lane colors with those. All right. And next set of AFX. Oh, I had to reach for those. I got them all over the place. All right, these are also SRT slot cars. And some of these bodies were under the Super G Plus cars. And then this one, I believe, came on one of the later G Plus cars. And also, I think I've even seen this chassis or the body style underneath a Super or Mega G car. That's right. All right, so great body styles to run. They're a little bit lower, a little more aerodynamic. I went ahead and put a colored dot on the back window. Red, blue, and yellow are solid, but the white one is not, so I just picked the one that had the most white in it and did the little dot on the window. So again, it's easy to put that back in the lane where it came off. All right, those are my Tomy or AFX SRT slot cars. Last but not least, I got to grab these out of my box. These are the fun set. Ooh, these are the special set. All right, these are AFX Super G Plus slot cars. Put a gear on them, some silicones, upgraded the pickup shoes, but they fit well under the Auto World bodies. The Auto World company, they released the Fast and Furious slot car set after the movie, and I noticed, hey, they come in all the lane colors. I can get red, white, and blue, and yellow. Well, little did I know, the red, the white, and the yellow were the easiest to get, but the Nissan Skyline, that was a little bit harder to get. So the red one is this Toyota Celica Supra. The white and yellow are the Mitsubishi Eclipse, and again, this bad boy here is the Nissan Skyline, and even has some looks like some Japanese writing on there, some Japanese characters on there, which make it really cool. These aren't too banged up because I don't really run them a lot, especially with my rookie drivers. These are for the veteran drivers, or if I want to show off my cars a little bit and get people more interested, I'll run these around the track, and they're great cars. So again, those were done by Auto World, and I just saw the Auto World 2020 catalog, and that catalog, they actually have some more cars which are not Fast and Furious, but they're numbered, so they look like touring cars or circuit cars. But you may want to look those up on Auto World's slot car website. All right, that is it for the cars we run at our club. As you can see, I've come up with quite a selection of cars. They're great to run. They're fun. The bodies are there. Good luck with your search. You can get them. Be patient. Wait for a good price. Some of the cars were a little pricey, but you know, hey, as it goes, you know, they're not made anymore. So if you can find it at a good price, better buy two. Sometimes I'll buy one for the track and then one to put in my collection. And the collection cars do not come out on the track. All right, guys. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for sharing this wonderful hobby of slot car racing with other people. That's the only way we can grow this hobby. But any questions, comments, or concerns, you can reach me over at westcoastslotcars.com, or you can hit me on my email, Mark, M-A-R-C, at westcoastslotcars.com. And do me one more favor, if you liked the video, please push that like button down there and add your comments. It's important to get feedback. I want to make sure that this is getting out to you guys who are racing. All right, guys, keep the hobby fun. Keep it real, and race happy. All right, guys, take care. Again, this is Mark from West Coast Slot Cars in Los Angeles, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.